Welcome back, everyone, to the Spotlight. It is the Creator Spotlight, and he is here. He is no longer running from us, no longer injuring himself running from us. Is the head coach of Body Guy, head coach of Body Guy University, Pose Malone, Flex Luger, Arnold Pumpinator, Jacked, Jameson Ryan. How you feeling, buddy?
A little tired. Just woke up. Ready to go. In New Mexico, it's nice and sunny over here. I heard it's pretty cold. Jetson, I hope some of your pipes didn't burst.
No, none of my pipes burst. I've been running the dripping water at my homeowners association. Make sure to tell all of us, dude. Yeah, it's cold. Like it's, like it. It gets cold here occasionally. But like this is like it hurts cold. Like it's pretty nice.
Well, Buffalo. I was born and raised there. My parents' family, they've all been blocked in their driveways. They got about 4 feet of snow. There was still a travel ban yesterday, even on Christmas. Or was that 2 days ago?
Christmas is yesterday.
Christmas
doesn't know what time it is. Doesn't know what day it is.
It's been a long week and a half.
How was your Christmas?
It was fun, man. I'm in New Mexico with my girlfriend's family. Just having a good time.
Do we know who your girlfriend is?
Not publicly.
Okay.
What are you doing, Jensen? We're not trying to out this man and his girlfriend. How?
No, I heard rumblings.
No.
So I don't want to say anything, but okay, that's fine.
Knock it off. Can't do this, Jensen.
Hey, we like getting the.
You might do a surprise run in.
We don't need personal scoops on this show. Here's a scoop that I want. How is your injury?
If she decides she needs a snack or has to go to the bathroom, you might.
Okay, there you go.
How are you feeling coming off the AEW tapings? Because we heard some things that you came out of that with a little injury.
I don't know anything about that, but here she is.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I love those little dogs.
What's her name?
That is Romy.
Oh. Okay. Well, how was the AEW taping then?
It was good. Me and Bull got a match. BGU represented. Unfortunately, that's the business and things happen. It's just the way that I moved my leg. I, did it to myself. It's nobody's fault. So it's no big deal. Things happen. And I got MRI scheduled or getting scheduled coming up. So we'll figure that out and we'll be good to go. You
were telling me that you were thinking and hoping it might only be like 6 weeks, though. That still kind of seemed like that's kind of the case.
Maybe we'll see. Originally we thought it was just the MCL. I went and saw a doctor and they said it might also be the meniscus, which it is. Might need surgery, but even that's not too bad of a recovery. So all in all, could be worse.
Well, we wish the best for you. Hope surgery goes well and you're back in there.
If I need it, fingers crossed. Hopefully not.
Fingers crossed.
And thank you. But it did actually turn out for some pretty entertaining content on our last show. I got tons of pictures. I was wielding those crutches, man. At first, I didn't know how to use them when they gave them to me, and everybody had a good laugh. Arn Anderson was in the back there staring at me like I was an idiot. But nice. I got it figured out, and I started making bets. Somebody wanted to try and race me. Sticks, he's a CYN guy. He showed up to the show. He's got his own crutches going on there, and he thought it'd be a good idea if we got on, but I didn't want to embarrass him. I'm getting pretty good.
Yeah, it's like the wheelchair races in the hospital. You see Days of Thunder when they're racing in the wheelchair? Oh, classic.
Crutch races. That's going to be the new pre-show.
Actually be fantastic. That'd be great if you guys pulled that off. So tell us about the last CDW show. One, I saw the picture backstage. Everybody was in the holiday get-up, which was fantastic. But the show overall, how was that?
It was good, man. This is definitely our best show yet. I mean, that main event was stacked, and then we had Ernest in our match, so obviously that was going to be great and entertaining. But, I mean, every match, top to bottom, it was just a great card. We opened up with Top Team and Exotic Youth. Unfortunately, Zach Mosley, part of Exotic Youth, he also got hurt. So we had to make that. It was scheduled to be a trios elimination match, and it ended up being a tag match, but those teams, they just always have bangers every time. So it did, it's always going to be a great match. Jensen did commentary for Charlotte and Ashley, and we can get into all these matches. I'm just going to run through the card real quick. banger. Those two are incredible in the ring. We had that triple threat with Ray Jazz, Barry Morales, and Kid Sackett, and they tore that place down as they always do. The Battle Royal was insane. There was some cool spots in that if people haven't seen them yet. I did commentary for that because, of course, I'm going to make the show about myself. Duh. We had Robin Renegade versus Angelica Risk in a last woman standing match, and they went all over that bar. The fans got all out of their seats. They were following around with their cameras. You guys will be able to see that on the show when it comes out, hopefully this week.
It's on now. I mean, this might be breaking news to you. It's literally premiering as we're recording this show.
Well, there you go. I don't even know what goes on here. See what they got. They run things so smooth back there that they don't even have to tell me when they load the show.
So for anybody watching this interview right now, after our show is over, it's up there. Go over to Championship District Wrestling on YouTube, and you can watch the show right now.
See what happens when I wake up late. Things already a train wreck.
I got you. You know, I'm up to date on these things. I'm keeping.
That's why we put Jeremy and BGU last show.
That's right. Keep running down the card for us. What else we got?
Then obviously we had our match, which was scheduled to be an 8-man tag. But that injury bug, man, Anthony Henry and JD Drake, they were at Dark. You know, JD wasn't feeling too well by the end of it. Anthony, I think, had like 4 matches and his back was just hurting. So he was out of commission as well. Thankfully, it's my show. So we just made it a handicap match. Took myself out of the equation. It was Ben, Ernest, and Sheik versus the Infantry, Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. We thought, why would it be fair for them to have the advantage? So we take the advantage. And what ends up happening, Ernest the Cat Miller, super kick Sheik. Infantry ends up winning anyways.
I marked out. I'm not gonna lie. The biggest moment of the night for me personally was Ernest the Cat Miller came up and gave me a high five while I was on commentary, and I was like, okay. And I know he got you guys pretty good out there, but
he got Sheik in the face with his foot.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Sheik actually, I don't know if the camera caught it or not, but Sheik nailed me in the face with the Santa cap on the way out too. Like when he was walking back up the ramp, I was looking at him, like saying like the last couple of things on the microphone or into the little headset, and it was a great throw. Sheik nailed it. So I mean, yeah, I told him after the match, I was like, dude, you hit me right in the face with that thing. And he's so funny because he's such a heel on the show, but he's such a nice guy. Outside of it, so he was like, "Oh man, I hope you had a good time with the show. Yeah, it's a pretty good throw." I was like, "Yeah, you nailed me, dude." That was a great match. I was really thank you for letting me do commentary for that one as well. That was a big, being a WCW kid growing up, like that was huge to be able to do like an Ernest the Cat match for me. So thank you.
Yeah, and we love having you on commentary. Brandon and Gerard, they both love having you on commentary.
Those guys are awesome.
We appreciate you guys having us on here and you coming to help us out. Jeremy, we're still waiting for you to get down there and actually get inducted into BGU.
I'm telling you, first part of 2023, I'm going to make the trip. I got family and stuff, got to plan things out. It's a little bit more of a drive compared to Jensen, who would probably walk across the street and he's at the show. I got a few hours drive on my hand, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to get inducted to BGU. We're going to take some people out. I don't know who, but I might have to take out Jensen. I keep paying people to take him out. I gotta send Sheik his check. So we're gonna take some people out at BGU, but I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna head down there to check out the show.
Absolutely. And then of course the main event, Billy Gunn and QT Marshall versus EC3 and Fodder, and that was just incredible, man. They opened up with something a little entertaining. QT decided to give his hand at rap. Billy didn't think it was all that impressive skill-wise, but it was very entertaining. You know, he gave him some credit. I thought it was pretty good myself. In the end, they just put on a banger, and everybody was going nuts that whole match. And QT and Billy, of course, came away with the win. Big famouser boy from the Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I saw this rap. I got sent the scoop. I got sent the exclusive on this rap here. Did you guys know this was happening? Did QT just decide to grab the mic and be like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm QT Marshall. Like, what are they gonna do about it? Like, I don't know if this should have been allowed. We can't let QT do this again. So
I
gotta run
mean,
this by somebody.
everybody seemed to love it though, so
Big pop.
it's
It
like,
did
what are
get
you
a
gonna
huge
do?
pop.
You might not be any Max Caster, but he did his best.
QT is fantastic. Legitimately one of the most like underrated people in wrestling, because every
Absolutely.
time he goes out there, no matter what he does, gets a reaction, gets over, gets his opponent over. He is so great, but gotta stick to wrestling. That doesn't have a future in the rap business, I don't think. Sorry, QT.
I don't know if they caught it on camera or not, but right after his entrance, it was one of the weirdest things I've seen happen. He did the rap, and there was like guys in the front row. Because like the ring is pretty close to the fans for people who might not know or haven't seen the show yet. Like, so like you can actually from the ring, you can high five the crowd if you reach out far enough. And QT went to high five someone in the front row, and he got off balance somehow, and he like almost fell out of the ring, but stopped. It was so crazy because he stopped himself on the middle rope and balanced like he was swimming on the middle rope and like high-fived this guy and didn't fall out of the ring. And everyone was like, how the hell did you just do that? So I thought that was it was like an unintentionally impressive thing that I saw QT Marshall do before the match too. So
yeah, he's a big guy, but he kind of turns into a cat inside that ring, man.
Yeah.
He's got his feet in there.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to ask you, Jameson, with we talked about it just a second ago a little bit with like some of the changing like the last minute changes to the show and stuff. Like before the show started, I was talking to Brandon and Gerard. Once again, shout out to those guys, commentators. Those guys are awesome. Always made me feel super welcome on there. Like I really, really appreciate those guys. And they do great work. Not just at CDW, but I see them at like Southern Honor and like Battle Slam and that kind of stuff too. Like those guys are great. And I was talking to those guys before the show started, and I was like, yeah, man. So do you guys know like what number matches I'm doing? Just like so I'm ready. But they were like, oh yeah. So before we get started though, Jameson's hurt. Work Horsemen aren't here. Like they start like going through like the list, and I was like, wait, what's going on? Like this is crazy. Like there was like no seats, like no chairs yet in the arena and stuff. And I was like, what's going on right now? So then like I'm talking to Fodder, and I see you coming up on the crutches, and I was like, oh my God, like this is a disaster. Like how I hope this turns out okay. So what was it like for you running this whole thing in real time, having to like change so much last second? Like what was that whole process like for you?
You know what, man, it wasn't that bad. This was our 5th show. And I know only 5 shows is not that much experience, but we've been in the business, been watching our whole lives. Feel like we got our, daily schedule down pretty good. So thankfully we were able to do an earlier start. The ring was still set up around the same time that we usually get it set up. I knew about most of these things going into the day on Saturday. So it wasn't too much of a complication. It was really just remove these people from the matches. We try to keep it pretty light over there. There's some locker rooms, some people like to take themselves a little too intense. It's good to take wrestling seriously, but it should still be fun. So we try not to like go into panic mode and get all aggressive and worry and bring people down. We still want it to be a fun, light, good time for everybody watching the show and everybody involved in the show. So really it's just a matter of what do we got to do to make this work and, just make it happen.
It sounds like, it seemed like the changes were part of the tag team. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on the show, and you actually start the show. You're coming out on crutches.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to make it all by myself.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I like that. But you're just able to kind of pluck people out of the match. It's like, all right, we'll just rearrange this and move forward. So it seems like you handled it well, and it's good that you had a heads up on it and wasn't too much chaos backstage before everything with trying to make all these changes. I do like that you just made it all about yourselves. Like I'm still going to do commentary, still going to come out here, cut a promo. I assume you're going to remain.
I'm getting clips for Instagram,
I assume you're going to remain part of the shows, even if you, I think the next one is January 15th. If I have that right?
We actually are going to be changing the date. We haven't really talked about this yet. We're not going to be doing the shows at District moving forward. So we're figuring some things out, and we're going to fill everybody in once we get all the details finalized. But the thing with District was only for 5 shows through December. They only let us do them because I work there. So it's just like, hey, we have some dates open. We can let you guys use and fill in. The January date we were supposed to have, something turned out. Just we're not going to get it. So we're going to figure some stuff out and we'll let everybody know.
Okay. Sounds good. We're going to have to change the name of the company?
No, we're going to keep the name. Still Championship District Wrestling. I know people get confused on the name District Championship Wrestling, whatever the case is. It's pretty simple. You read it Championship District Wrestling. You just read it going down. I don't know why people get confused. But, it's the Championship District of Professional Wrestling. So we feel that's still a good name. We're definitely going to change the logo because that's their logo, the district in the middle. But other than that, there shouldn't be too many changes besides the venue. So
cool.
Keep us updated on what's going on with that so we can, keep fans updated.
We're working on finding some sponsors. We're talking to a few pretty good ones potentially right now, but obviously there's
one right there.
That's actually my alarm to wake up at 11 o'clock in Atlanta.
11 o'clock when you thought the interview was your time, local time.
Yeah. Technically I'm still early here.
Yeah. Again, keep us informed with everything so we can keep fans informed and updated on what's going on with that. Okay, so I was gonna say the next show, but you're still gonna remain part of the show, whether it be as a manager, personality, kick Jensen off of commentary. Just you gotta run something where you just like throw him out of the arena as a commentator and just take his spot. I feel like that's a good angle.
No. That's all right. We like Jensen there. Jeremy, I'm not trying to do your dirty work. You want to come get him, you come get him yourself. But Jensen can do commentary for some matches. I'll do commentary for some matches. Sheik's jumped on commentary. We want to give people chances to talk as well as wrestle. So maybe you'll start seeing some other people jump on commentary here and there. But as long as Jensen wants to come to a show, we'll get him on commentary for some matches. We love having him.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Well, and speaking of that, this is kind of a good transition. One of the matches I got to call, you mentioned it earlier, Charlotte Renegade versus Ashley Dubois. Ashley, I'm not going to say I was a good luck charm or anything, but I am a big fan of hers. And that's why you put me on commentary for her match. So I really appreciate that. Me, Brandon, and Gerard call that match. Next thing I know, I see her popping up on WWE SmackDown. Just saying. So what was that?
I don't know about good luck because she lost that match, but
okay. But hey, it was a banger match though. It was a really good match.
Wins and losses matter, Jensen. No one cares about your 5-star ratings and stuff.
My point is,
Jensen gave it 5 stars.
That's what matters. That's what matters. Yeah. But my point is, she showed up on SmackDown. How cool was that to see?
Yes, it is
one
awesome.
of your own on SmackDown. Like
it is awesome. It's very good. She's getting booked everywhere. She's taking over, and I'm sure we'll see her again on some shows too. But yeah, getting booked on SmackDown is always incredible. Anything you do, that's the goal is to always work for one of the TV companies. So anytime we can see people on our show get on one of the TV shows, that's always great.
Yeah, well, in that match, honestly, great match. And same with the Angelica Risk and Robin Renegade match. Like both the women's matches there were like really, really, really high quality. So like I really highly recommend. Obviously people watch this whole show, but there are a lot of fans out there that are always kind of we want more women's wrestling. There's not enough women's wrestling on these shows. This show, if you're a fan of women's wrestling, like you will love the matches on this show.
Yeah, that's as soon as we're done here, I'm probably gonna watch that last women's standing match, just because I heard there was a swirly involved in there.
They were all over the place.
Yeah, they fought through the crowds. They were throwing each other on the couches and the tables. They went up on the bars, and so I'm definitely because there's only so much you can see from backstage. So I'm gonna go watch that right away. I heard that was insane. Definitely gonna rewatch that main event, and then I'll probably go back and watch the entire show.
Now, I heard Santa Claus showed up on this show. Well, and he's actually here on this show right now as well. So,
we got it.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you must be exhausted from all that flying around last night.
Okay, I think I have a bad connection or something. I'm going to hop back on in just a second.
Terrible reception in the North Pole.
The elves got to fix the Wi-Fi or something.
Man, you would think. I think the reindeer are chilling through the wires up there or something.
What's going on with that?
They haven't got 5G yet.
It's Spectrum internet down there.
But hey, you know, once again, whenever Sheik fucks up, I'll take the opportunity to talk about myself a little more. As you can see, I can still do upper body, so still
There
pretty
you go.
jacked.
Oh, speaking of, I'll wait on Sheik to get back in here. I shout out to the fodder, because you know we had him on recently. I've been taking the protein powder, the Fruit Loops version of
Black Magic Supply.
Black Magic
for this last show. Big shout out to Black Magic and Fods.
Yeah,
you know, Fodder's the man. That's my boy.
He hooked me and Jeremy up with some of his product. I mean, I've been taking that I keep calling it fruit. I guess they call it Fruity Whirls is like the technical, but it's, dude, that stuff is delicious. I've been mixing it with milk, and like yesterday for the holiday, I threw a little shot of banana cream moonshine in there with mine.
There you go,
dude. Oh, dude, it's delicious. And you chew on those cereal like the pieces of cereal in there and stuff. And
other products are amazing, man. It all tastes so good. Like a lot of supplements are kind of chalky and blah. Those Black Magic, man, that stuff tastes so good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying the rest of that stuff. He sent like, you know, a few jars and packets of stuff and like a hat and stuff. I mean, really, really, really generous with the stuff that he sent over.
Yeah, the merch is all cool too, man. Like all the shirts and everything that they have available, that stuff's all really cool too.
For sure. I got my brother this shirt because it fit him a little better, and he can wear it at the gym and kind of tell people about it and stuff. We get a little extra promotion for him at the gym and stuff. But yeah, dude, And like I'm no BGU guy or anything like that. Well, I shouldn't say that. I would like to become a part of BGU, but I don't have the work ethic in the gym. But I have been just busting out like push-ups and stuff after, and I definitely feel better than I did like the weeks before. I would say just doing like 50 push-ups and drinking that powder in the morning. I'm like, hey, this stuff, I feel pretty good. Like, so, you know, shout out. You know, if I got in the gym with this stuff, I feel like I'd really be, you know, I might look a little bit like Jameson.
I'd see some gains. Hey, you know what? Push-ups at home is a great way to start. Push-ups, sit-ups, anything you could do without equipment, just as long as you're doing it at home, it's a good way to start. And then once you feel comfortable with doing that stuff, then you work your way into the gym, start doing some stuff at the gym. It's all pretty easy, man. I've been doing personal training for like 10 years. I try to tell people it doesn't take a lot. You can really go in there for half an hour, you know, walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes, lift weights for 20 minutes, and you're good to go. It's maybe like 2% of your day.
Right.
Let's see if Santa Sheik has better connection at the North Pole. Have the elves fixed the Wi-Fi? Hello.
Yes, those peasant elves have fixed the Wi-Fi.
All right, good. How are you doing, Santa Claus? You know, it's your weekend. You had to go across the entire world in 24 hours, deliver the presents to the children. So how are you feeling after the busiest weekend of the year for you?
It was super easy because I have a fleet of private jets and a bunch of minions to do my bidding. Anyways, that's enough about me. Let's talk about my best friend, Jameson Ryan. How's your knee, buddy?
You know, it is what it is. It's there's no pain, so I mean that's a good thing, but that probably means that it's pretty messed up.
And how are you guys doing? How are you, Jeremy and Stefan?
I'm doing great, especially after you just called him Stefan. That's fantastic.
Sorry, Steven.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I heard you threw your Santa hat at Stefan at the show.
Listen, I just couldn't stand his face anymore. I just needed to cover it up with something.
It was a good throw. I put the throw over just a second ago. You nailed me. So.
Safe to say Jetson's on the naughty list.
Hey, that's what she said.
Oh, dude. So yeah, and by the way, Sheik gave, or Santa Sheik, Sheiky Claus gave out a bunch of coal during the show.
Yeah, I don't know why it wasn't well received. I mean, I was being very nice.
You get what you deserve, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody gave me anything.
Yeah.
I gave you a big hug.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that was great. It made my night.
See?
You clearly didn't deserve anything else but coal, Stefan, and everybody else in the audience.
Wow,
yes,
me and Big Trouble Ben Bishop, you know, 6 foot 12 inch, 15% of a metric ton, zebra print oak. You know, Sheiky Claus actually gave us big stacks of money.
But our opponents, after cheating to win, by the way, complete cheating. Did you see that there was 2 of them that hit me with a move when in that tag match it was supposed to be 1 at a time? 2 people were not allowed in the ring at once. I don't know where the ref was at, but they both hit me with a move and they won. They both pinned me, which is not allowed. There's only allowed to be one guy in there at a time. So I'm expunging the victory from the record books of CDW because that did not count. There's no way on earth it counted, but they cheated to win. They gave away my gift to Big Ben Bishop and Jameson Ryan to the peasants that I already give Cole to. They don't understand. They give them diamonds and money. Cole is just pre-diamonds.
It's true. And listen, it's not like it's a big deal that they took our money. She gave us even more money when we got to the back. That's not the point. The point is they don't deserve that money, and Infantry gave it to them anyways.
Yeah, that's our money. They don't deserve that money with their dirty little fingers and their ugly teeth and their
Gross.
weird
ketchup.
Yeah, so some of them wore overalls. It's disgusting.
Do you guys have a referee problem? Because I feel like last time we talked, there was a referee issue. Now there's another.
I suspended Paul Santa from this past show, and he decided to take that opportunity to go on vacation. It was supposed to be a punishment.
But now there's more referee issues with this match. Like, what's going on with the refereeing here?
I mean, look, our referees are all incredible. They're very good referees. The problem is they don't want to do what we ask them to do, which is probably being a bad referee. So to be fair, they're probably right for not doing it, but also we're the ones paying them. So maybe they should also
listen. 99% of the time, our referees are the most professional people in the world. Okay. But do you know what the difference between 99% and 100% is? It's flawless. And there's only one guy that's flawless, and that's me. So I can't blame anybody else because they can't be flawless like me, okay?
It's true.
I don't know if you got to find a way to get him in the 1%. Like Sheik, we gotta teach him how to be flawless. They can't keep screwing up.
We tried buying them.
Listen, you can lead a horse to water, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to shoot it and make glue out of it because it's no good.
You can lead a horse to water, but if he doesn't drink, you got to drown the horse. I get it. I understand. I understand that side.
Why would you drown a perfectly good horse when you could make glue?
Yeah, just because he's not thirsty. I mean,
you can still. I mean, he's still gonna be the end of the horse, and then you can make glue.
This is why I make millions of dollars every hour, and you sit here and interview people that make millions of dollars every hour.
I mean, that's very fair. I can't even make $1 million every 10 years or anything. So I gotta figure that out.
It's all right. Maybe in your next life you'll come back as not a human, and then you wouldn't have to worry about money.
That would be great if I could come back as not a human. I'm hoping to get the BGU bump, when I'm there. Hoping to expand the brand a little bit and make a little bit more money. I feel like I can ask for more now that I got the BGU on the resume.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
Did something happen when I wasn't here?
Yeah, I got inducted.
Well, a lot happened when you weren't
officially.
Here,
yeah, not officially inducted, but I'm pretty sure I'm part of BGU. James.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting the email now. It says we told Jeremy that he would be part of BGU. Just go along with it. He's an idiot. Okay.
Got
it. There should be two winky faces on there too.
Oh yeah, here they are. I got to scroll down a little bit. Winky face, eggplant emoji, splash emoji. Okay, I don't know what that means.
3 sweat drops.
Last show you gave me BGU, and then the very next show you gave it away. So the next show I'm gonna find somebody to. I don't know the lyrics to.
That's a Wham song, isn't it? I also did fill them in on the future of CDW. They were asking.
Yeah.
Told them we're going to be moving on.
Yeah, I think that it's time that we rebrand anyway, because when we started, we did expect us to have a good reception. We didn't expect such a great reception from everybody. And I feel like the brand could be much bigger than what we've been doing. And that includes just rebranding everything and making everything quote unquote in-house for us.
Yeah, I told them how we only had the 5 shows booked with District, how they were just helping us out. They had some open dates. We thought we were going to have January. It didn't work out the way that we thought it would. So now we're just going to keep looking for sponsors, which I told them we got a few we're talking to, but we're always looking for more. If anybody is interested in sponsoring the show, help us out with that. We'd be happy to hear from you. We put your logo on everything. But now we're in the process of finding a new home for CDW.
With this rebrand, if anybody wants to jump on board with sponsorship, you'd be coming at a founder's level, which means everywhere you see CDW, you would also see your brand synonymous with our brand.
Yeah, we're big on promoting. So like with the NFC fight shows, you know, we had our guys on their show, we're promoting them on our show, and we want to do that for any company that wants to work with us. You know, we'll put you over on commentary, put your stuff on the rings and the logos and all that. We'll get you everywhere.
And we've got great talent to back us, and those guys are, you know, some of the best at what they do. So they don't mind coming over into your realm of whatever it may be, that if you're sponsoring us, and bring what they do to you, which is great and, you know, head turning, and it catches attention. So it's definitely beneficial. And even if we don't have great people, we have people like Trip Jordy, Caleb Kennedy, and Parker Lee that I could also feed to the wolves.
Oh no. Yeah, no, those guys. I talked to those guys again at the show a little bit. Some of those younger guys like Trip Jordy and Dylan Lesson. I always mess his last name. Lesson. Dylan Lesson.
Yeah, the piece of trash that punched me in the face.
Hey, listen, as The Rock says, it's not important what his last name is. It's only important that he got suspended last show.
Yep. And then he got involved in the Battle Royal anyways.
He did. He
just doesn't listen.
He ended up chasing August off, which actually worked out for pretty well for August.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I'm sure August isn't complaining.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he's fine with it. Couple cheap shots and then you win the Battle Royal. I'll take it.
Is the plan still going to be for August versus Birch with the changes, or sorry, Martin Stone?
Yeah, Martin Stone, formerly Danny Birch. We're still planning on doing that. It's just we just gotta find the new location. So
cool.
That is a diamond guarantee from the Diamond Sheik. That match will happen.
I want to ask about Martin Stone, Danny Birch returning, because this was a big thing. You teased it a couple shows ago, I think, that it was somebody who hasn't wrestled since he left WWE, and I think he said in the promo that he'd been injured and everything. But how did this come about? You guys getting Danny Birch's big return to wrestling?
Yeah, he got I think he got hurt right before he left WWE. So he had to have surgery when he left, so he hasn't been able to wrestle. You know, he knew his timeline when he was looking to get back out there. He heard about us after our first show, and we got in contact, reached out, and he's only down in Florida, so it's pretty easy drive for him. And we thought, you know, the way that we've been building our main events, we like having those big stars, those big names in those main events for us. And what bigger main event than somebody like Martin Stone, formerly Danny Birch, coming off of WWE, making his big return to wrestling. I mean, can't get much bigger than that.
Listen, Martin and I have been talking, and he was banking on August to win that Battle Royal, because he and August have been going at it on social media. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they have been shooting shots at each other all year long.
Yeah, that's why he wanted to. He live feed in. You know, he sent us a live feed stream right after the Battle Royal because he had a feeling August was going to win, and sure enough, he did. So he, you know, talked a little trash to August, and we're all pretty excited about getting that match.
Yeah, I saw there was a good amount of buzz for it too. Like you know, you had been in the loop with us about it, and we had stuff ready on Fightful for it, and I saw I think like Cultaholic and like some of the other outlets I saw.
Yeah, I saw Wrestling Inc.
So.
Wrestling Inc. picked it up.
Yeah,
that was huge for me. I'm a big fan of Wrestling Inc. As well as you guys, obviously, but I'm on your show, so that's clear. You guys made us regulars. I feel like we're kind of family here with Fightful.
Bleep that Wrestling.
Jameson, you don't have to be nice to these peasants. Come on.
After Wrestling Inc. now.
But it was cool. It was cool hearing I know I was watching one of those What Culture YouTube shows, like their news shows where they would just go through some of the stuff through the week, and to hear them talking about Championship District Wrestling like by name was kind of cool. Like just hearing the name of the brand just kind of out there more was really cool to hear.
Yeah, we're really excited about all the exposure. Our social medias are growing like crazy lately. The YouTube videos all get tons of views. So we're really just, you know, excited about all the promotion that we've been getting lately. And hopefully people go subscribe. You know, I'm just going to keep plugging that. Subscribe to the YouTube. Help us out there.
Show 5 has premiered on YouTube. So you guys.
Yeah, actually, Jeremy filled me in on that.
Yes. Broke that news. I will say, whoever, I don't want to call anybody out, they need to change the headline of it because it does say show 4 and it has the November date on there.
Oh, you're right. It does.
Oh,
yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, we got to fix that. for sure.
Yes.
I'm not paying somebody enough, apparently.
Yeah. Gotta read the headline before you publish the article. I've learned that many times.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you let these BGU interns go ahead and upload our YouTube shows. Come on, guys.
It's hard to find good help these days, you know.
100%.
Looks
Like
like
doing yourself, I guess.
Looks like August Artois is in the chat also, the live chat, or at least he was during the show.
Sheik, I gotta ask you. You broke the news to, I think, the wrestling world that Rick Ross was going to enter wrestling, and nobody believed you for some reason. But here he is on AEW. When are we gonna see him at CDW? Because this is you. You did this. You manifested this. Rick Ross on AEW, and now
you guys know better than anybody else that I was the first person to speak that into existence.
Yeah, sure.
4 months before anything happened. 4 or 5 months before anything happened, I told you guys that it was going to happen, and it happened. And I'm tired of people doubting me and saying that I don't know what I'm talking about or not believing me, as you so eloquently put it. But when the Sheik says something, it happens. And as far as Rick Ross goes for CDW, let's just say with the rebrand, he might be more inclined to show up and cause some havoc at a show.
Good.
Okay.
We need more of the biggest balls.
As long as he's not, using his amendment right for freedom of speech on our show.
Hey, you know what? I gotta say, when Rick Ross wants to talk, you let Rick Ross talk. I'm not gonna say Rick Ross.
No one's gonna stop him from doing that. That's that's him.
I don't know if you guys heard him on Busted Open, but he went on there and pretty much said the same thing.
He said the same thing.
The biggest motherfucker.
So Keith Lee's a big motherfucker. Tony Khan's cool motherfucker. He was gonna curse. Yep. Nobody's stopping him. Said nobody said anything to him in the back when he got back there. What are you gonna tell Rick Ross? Like,
what are you gonna tell him? He can afford the fine.
He's the biggest boss you've seen thus far.
He knows Pablo Noriega, the real Noriega. Like, he knows all these people. You can't tell Rick
Devil
Ross
is a lie.
Yes, that's right.
And every day he's hustling.
Every single day.
That reminds me, Sheik. I know they just did another one of those Diamond Ring battle royals, and like it led to the match with Ricky versus MJF. Did you make another Diamond Ring this year? I know you made the last one you told us about, but is there a fourth one coming, or are they going to use the third one going forward?
Let me tell you guys a little story, okay? I call up one of my good friends, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I tell him, I say, hey, should we go ahead and design a fourth iteration of the Diamond Ring? And he tells me, since I am AEW champion, I don't plan on losing that or the ring at all. So you know what, my friend? Don't worry about it. But when I win it again on the 5th time, which he had, super confident that he was going to win it this time. He says, when I win it again the 5th time, we'll do a 5-year anniversary ring, and we're going to upgrade the hell out of it. So You can look forward to that. But as far as this one goes, Max is super happy with the ring I made because obviously if you make something perfect and if it ain't broken, you don't fix it, right? So
flawless.
He said it's such an upgrade over the last one, and he loves it so much that he doesn't even want to think of another ring right now, and he wanted to keep it. Now, if Ricky had won the ring, I don't know if there would have been a request to change it or not, but since Max kept it, we decided that he was going to keep that one. He said it's a very good size for, let's just say, doing what he has to do on a weekly basis, so he's happy with it.
Well, that's good to hear. I think a 5th-year anniversary one. I can't imagine what that thing's gonna look like. I
huge, the size of your head.
Yeah, I imagine it's just gonna be absolutely
Well, the fact that you can't imagine it, and I already have like 8 designs in my head, is what differentiates me and you, I guess.
Oh, it's a lot more than that for sure. But yeah,
it's like all the fans at CDW with the coal. They can't imagine it, so they're never gonna get diamonds.
Yeah, they're probably idiots. They probably used it to barbecue some pork or whatever these peasants eat on
I guarantee you that guy sitting front row on the left is still squeezing it in his hand thinking that's going to work.
Yeah, he has no idea that it takes high pressure and high temperature to make diamonds, not just soft
not
pressure
just a hothead.
and clammy hands.
Guys, we appreciate you joining us today. Jameson, I hope everything goes well with your injury. Sheik, I hope you have safe travels from the North Pole. Let us know, plug anything you want to plug, talk about anything you want to talk about. Let everybody know where they can find everything at. Jameson, go ahead.
At Jameson or at what is it?
It's Post Malone.
Yeah. Man. Jeremy,
Hey,
you
don't
do it,
remind
you
him
know
of his
it.
own tag.
It's at Post Malone on Instagram. It's at Post Malone JRY on Twitter. Sheik, what's the district YouTube page? I just had it up. I should know all these things.
It's I mean, if you type in Championship District Wrestling in YouTube,
It's
it'll be the
at
first one that
Championship
comes up
District
right there.
Wrestling. It is live. Obviously, this isn't live, so it doesn't matter. But I'm watching the trios match on my phone right here, or the triple threat. I need some coffee. Clearly, my brain's still not working at full capacity right now.
It's because all the blood's going to your knee to heal it, so you don't have enough blood in your brain right now.
It's all going somewhere.
Eggplant emoji.
There you go. Full circle.
Sheik, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Diamond Sheik on Instagram, at the Diamond Sheik on Twitter, and we will always be at District_Wrestling on Instagram. But like I said, the branding's going to change, so just keep an eye out for that. But we're going to try to hold on to our tags.
Yep, name will be the same, hopefully, and just different color scheme, a little cooler logo. Try and spice it up a little bit. Also, anybody watching, I am going to be looking to do some managing for BGU, whether you want to book Sheik, Brandon, or Ben, or Quattro. I can be on the outside while I'm injured, and I'm also looking to do some commentary. I had a lot of fun doing commentary on our shows, so if anybody needs commentary on their shows, I'd be happy to help out. I love to talk and hear my voice, so that's always fun for me.
Keep us updated.
That makes two of us. I like to hear your voice too.
I like to hear my voice as it bounces back off of your voice.
Keep us updated on the rebrand.
He doesn't know how to respond. Took his breath away.
Let us know about everything so we can keep our fans updated on everything as well. Guys, we really appreciate that you take time every month to talk to us and discuss everything going on in your world and Championship District Wrestling. Again, Jameson, hope everything goes well with the MRI and the recovery, and it's not too bad, and you'll be back in there pressing guys, throwing guys around soon enough. And Sheik,
even if it doesn't, I'll still find a way to hit somebody.
There you go. Sheik, next time you see Stefan, please throw another Santa hat or a snowball or anything at him. Pops me tremendously. Guys, again, thank you. Everyone support Championship District Wrestling. Head over to the YouTube. Watch the latest show that is up now on their YouTube channel. Check that out. And we will be right back here on the spot.